Requested by Dusky Fuse is sort of a half-cut video of my stash for this year. I'm yet to fire. I'm going to be firing on the 16th. So this Saturday coming. The reason being is that there's a lot of construction work on the house. But I'll run you through some stuff really quick. So starting with the novelties, you've got Mystical Fire. Not many people might have heard of this. Basically, it's something that you throw in your fire and it changes the colour of the fire for about 15 minutes. Got my necessities, which is Visco Fuse, burns at 1 second a centimetre, and Tape Match, which burns at 100 centimetres a second. A red blinker, which is going to be paired with my Glacier Risings, which are going to be sort of crossed over at a 45 degree, one facing this way, one facing this way, towards each other from either side of the garden. Fountain Mine by Classic. Now, I'm new to Classic, Celtic, primed, pretty much every brand here, and let me tell you, they're out of this world. Classic Fountain Mine 75mm. Now, the powder content isn't great on it, if there's there isn't anyway. It's around about 150 grams. So I lit one the other day and it had a silver shower fountain for about 45 seconds with a couple of whistles, and it then erupted, as it does as it's a mine, into around 4 or 5 canisters. I'd say probably about the equivalent to a 30mm bore cake. Now, I totally forgot to do a stash video, so that's why everything's sort of ready for the show. Everything's fused, timed and labelled. Don't attempt it unless you know what you're doing. Fusing fireworks, angling fireworks, and sort of changing the way they fire, if you will, isn't recommended unless you're a professional. It would cause you serious harm. I'm not saying I'm a professional, but I do have the knowledge to be able to do this, and I do it in a safe place, which is outside. So if anything's to discharge, I can get away from it. It won't cause anyone any damage. Now, these you see with the numbers on. Well, it goes from 1, which is, I believe, this one here. That's a 16 shot cake. Bear with me. They have the NEC of 192 grams, all the way up to number 10. That's a 50 shot cake. They're all 25 and 30mm bore cakes. Completely professional. There's only one place in the UK you can buy these. They're exclusive to the shop. Let me show you the box that they come in. So obviously this is empty, but it's called the Perfect 10 Semi-Pro Effects range. It's sold by Fireworks Shop in Preston. Now, I've had plenty of different boxes, and this is the best. I fired a couple of them a couple of days ago. So there's all the different cakes and what they do, if you want to pause the video and have a look at that. But there's 2,228 grams of powder spread between 10 cakes. I got 2 packets of these. That's why they're doubled up. So moving back over, I've got the full house, which you can't really make it out that it's a full house. There's the roll the dice. The reason being is because they're all chain fused together, with fuses interlinked between the cakes. Times, so say you've got roll the dice, which would be 30 odd seconds. We'll then have a 30 odd second fuse, which will go to the next cake inside between them, so on and so forth. All tinfoiled together so they don't cause the cakes to misfire. Glacier Rising, this fountain, in the Celtic, in the fireworks shop in Preston, they're £12.50 a piece. I haven't found a better price in the UK yet. They're 190 grams of NEC, but they reach about 6 meters high. It says there all the details. Again, if you want to pause it. So it's a low noise fountain, but it reaches around 6 meters high. It's a silver spray. Next, Dum Bum. These were a gift to me from Wayne. He's a good friend of mine from the fireworks shop. They're only the small ones. They're only about £12 each. Where's the thing is with classic stuff is, there it is, 128 grams of powder, lasts 15 seconds. I believe it's 16 shots. Anyway, the thing is with classic stuff is there's no English writing on them except the titles, so it's hard to find the powder contents and stuff. Angel Dust by Brothers, they're a mine cake. So as you can see, I've got the three. They're going to be tape matched, this stuff, which obviously goes a metre a second. Tape match between, so that I've got a quiet part in the show where it's a fan. Colourful crossette, again made by Celtic. Let me tell you, I haven't seen them live yet, but Wayne's videos, the fireworks shop's videos, they're all shot in 4K, so you might as well be looking at them live. These are all ready again, so we put on a tape match, fired together. They last 35 seconds, I believe. If you don't know what a crossette is, it bursts in the sky as though a plus sign. Nice quiet piece, but a lot of detail. They're hard to make. That's a Dumb Bum and a Flash Harry by Celtic. That's a 20-second cake. That's a 15-second, as I said before about the Dumb Bum. So they're going to be fired in a pair with a mine, the salute, and then Flash Harry. Although it's a small budget piece, they're less than £10 in a fireworks shop. Let me tell you, that's a good 1.3G piece for the size of it. You won't see much else like it. Jumping Jelly Beans by Kimbleton Fireworks. Kimbleton, they've just gone bust, so their stuff will soon be running out. Now here's the effects if you want to pause it and look. I'm not going to read them out, but it's a 150 gram fountain. It lasts around 45 seconds, and it looks like jelly beans. They're little blobs that sort of jump out of the top and they hang on the floor for a long while. So I'm going to have that up on a 6-foot post, so that when that's lit they fall right down to the floor. It's one for the kids really. It's really good. Those are £9.99 from the fireworks shop. What else have we got that's new? Well, you got your Perfect 10. Take a look at the video on them. I tell you what, I'd pick the Perfect 10 over the Full House anytime. Primed are good, don't get me wrong, but Wayne made that pack himself. He went to China with Celtic, and he made that pack, and it's fucking, I shouldn't swear, it's phenomenal. It's absolutely insane. Moving over to the bigger guns, we've got Ghost, which is part of my semi-finale. This is the one that's going to be shot just before the grounds for divorce. 30mm bore cake. I can tell you off by heart, it's 996 grams of powder. It's 56 shots. 49 shots. And it lasts around 35 seconds, I'd say. 35-45 seconds. So when that goes up, it's got the varied breaks. You have a green break to a red strobe, a red break to a green strobe, a blue break to a red strobe. Just look at the video. Again, all this stuff is on the fireworks shop's page, so you can see all the videos shot in 4K. Brocade War. I know an old Brocade War. It's unbeaten, although I don't know, but you know, they're absolutely phenomenal pieces. It's 88 shot, just shy of 1,000 grams once again. Oh, I've ripped it off. 70 seconds long. Again, another awesome piece with a 25mm bore. Indian Scream. If you haven't seen this, this beats Brocade War hands down. Now, I would say they're unbeaten. Brocade War, this is another thing. The colours are beautiful, the breaks are beautiful, and then at the end it's a load of salutes just like the Brocade War does. They're roughly the same price, but this is 100 shots. It's got an EC of 995 grams. Phenomenal piece. Grounds for Divorce compound cakes. It's a 200 shot compound. It lasts 100 seconds. It's 2,000 grams of powder. I'm going to be firing both of them. See, they have a mine, and then they break into a chrysanthemum. So I'm going to have one sort of here, and then one 3 meters away over the other side of the garden. Fast fused together again, so that they go up at the same time, which I can't wait to see. Moving on to rockets. Manic Attack. Sold by Wayne at the fireworks shop. I don't know if he's got any left in stock. I did have 4 of these, but I've now only got 2 because I couldn't help myself. But they're 180 grams of powder per rocket. One is a super white strobe. The other one is a gold willow with blue crackling pistol. Now, I didn't want to go for Warhawks this year. I went for a few different types of rockets. Solar flares by Prime Pyrotechnics. They've got 55 grams in a head, so they're 5 grams less than your Warhawk. However, they're better than the Warhawk. Better break, better effects. I'd never go back from any of these to the Warhawks. So then you've got Skyhawks, which are made by the new players in the market, Firework King. Firework King have been renowned for Run for Your Life and Grave Shaker, 2 awesome compounds which they released. These have got 340 grams in the pack, so I think it's 68 grams a head, if I'm not mistaken, of powder. I fired a pack of them. Again, they beat the Warhawks hand down. The brakes, the colours, everything. Sky Hunters. Those are made by Hallmark. Those have got 55 grams again, just like the solar flares, but you know, you've got different colours in these. You've got effects: brocade, which is just your brocade to blue star, brocade to red glitter, brocade blue with white star white glitter. Fucking hell, that's a mouthful. The rocks. These were recommended to me by Wayne. 65 grams a head. Massive brakes. Insane power. They have the names of each effect written on the heads, which is unusual for a rocket. But as you know, Celtic's a semi-pro effects brand. They import most of the shells that are fired in the UK. And well, when they bought out a consumer brand, you knew you was onto a winner. So this is a quick overview. I'll run through how the shell's being fired really quickly. So you have 2 laser horizons with your strobe to start off. The fountain mine's going to go just before them as a crowd wakener to get everybody's attention. So those are going to go off, which are going to be fired to Kings of Leon Sex on Fire, with the strobe underneath. So you're going to have a silver sort of waterfall, if you will, with the red strobe flashing underneath. The next thing after that is going to be the Hong Kong candles. So I have blue cocoa, crackling tail, silver comet tail, and pink cocoa, which are all going to be in a fan of 7. Quick tape match together to provide a nice fan. Those last 28 seconds long. Straight after that, you've got your jumping jelly beans on the 6-foot post, like I mentioned before. Then it's going to move into Bum Dum and Flash Harry, then colourful crossettes on a fan, which is that one over there. Then it's going to go on to the full house, so it'll fire through all the full house. Then it'll hit number 1 of the 10 pack, which is obviously in a V shape, so that'll give me a nice spread. Then it's going to hit number 2, which is a single cake because I fired the other one, vertical. Then it's going to hit number 3, another V shape. Number 4, which is a double up, vertical, and then you've got number 5, which is, I don't know where I've put it. Anyway, number 5 is sort of like number 9's. Oh, it might be behind there. I don't know. Number 5 is like number 9's, but that's going to be a vertical. Number 6 is a fan, which I believe is that one there. It's a 16-shot fan. Number 7 is another vertical. Number 8, another vertical. So that's basically an 80 shot cake. Those are going to go off at them two, then them two. Then you've got number 9 there, which is going to fire in a V shape. 2 number 10s, so that makes out a 100 shot cake. 600 gram 100 shot cake. Oh, it's going to be a fair do. Then you're going to hit straight after them. You've got the angel dust straight after them. It's a nice quiet part. 35 seconds of mines, which at this point we should sort of be in Burning Love or Base Hunter. I don't know which one of the two, either Elvis Presley or Now You're Gone by Base Hunter. Then we're going to go into Brocade War, which will fire all the way through, and then the reserve and the start to Indian Screamer together. It'll fire all the way through. I'm going to then chain the Ghost to that. That'll fire through. Then it's going to be the Grounds for Divorce, boom boom on either side, and then as the Grounds for Divorce end, so you've got a 92 second fuse. It's a 92 centimeter fuse, which is going to come from the beginning of the Grounds for Divorce. Is then going to hit all of them at the same time as the finale. So you've got like a fake finale, and then a real finale, which will be all my rockets at once. I don't like firing them halfway through the show because it changes the effects on the show. Don't get me wrong, they go high, you know, they add a bit of thingy to the show, but it makes the other stuff look small. So those are all going to go at once. Alright, thanks for watching, and sorry for chewing your ear off. I say check out the fireworks shop in Preston. Now, this has all just come out of storage today. I've been going to the storage facility and I'm working on these outside to get them all to as they are. But again, I'll repeat myself, do not do anything like this unless you have the knowledge there and previous experience. I must state previous experience, because anything goes wrong, you're dead. Anybody around you is going to be seriously injured. You know, with the being close to 30 kilos of powder here, it's no game to play around with. Only do it if you know what you're doing. So it's all come out of storage. The show's on Saturday. I will put up a video of the show at some point. Thanks for watching. Press subscribe.